All right, what's going on, everybody? Big Slam back with another video talking about our Dallas Cowboys, our now 5-1 Dallas Cowboys. And before we get into Cowboys 30, Packers 16, I do want to go back to my previous video and just say thank you to you guys for the constructive criticism in the comment section. I asked you guys what you wanted to see. Since you're the ones watching it, I want to give you something that you want to watch, and that's why we got the face cam going here, so I appreciate the feedback with all of that. And I'm going to post it over some Madden gameplay, so hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Now, before we move on to the actual game, I do want to eat some crow here because I feel like I deserve it. I picked the Packers to beat the Cowboys 27-24. I am so happy I'm wrong. You have no idea. I never saw this coming against this team. I really thought the Packers offense was going to be able to put up a lot more points. I never thought the defense would be able to stand up like they did. They played a hell of a game yesterday. Rodgers was a little off, but maybe that's because of what the defense was doing. I don't know. You know what I mean? It just seemed to everything's working out for this team right now. Everything is going their way. So let's talk about the game now. Let's get into it. I think if you guys want to make me eat crow in the comments section, go ahead. I won't mind at all. We're 5-1 right now. We're sitting pretty heading into the bye. But let's take a look at some numbers. We did talk about the Packers' run defense, which was #1 in the league before this game. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 carries, 157 yards. I didn't think he'd be able to break 100 in this game. I just didn't think he'd be able to do it. I thought the offensive line would struggle a little bit, and they did at times during this game, but you can't open a hole every single play. For the most part, though, they were getting pretty nice chunks of yardage on the ground. They really, really were. Lucky Whitehead had that big run before the half, which set up the 2 plays for the touchdown, which were just unbelievable. Right before the half, they get a touchdown with no timeouts, backed up in their own end. I think that ripped the heart out of the Green Bay Packers right then and there. But before we talk about, get into more depth stuff, let's just keep going down the list here with Dak Prescott's line. 18-27, 247 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did throw his first interception. He did manage to break the record. He got to 176 passes without an interception, but that came to an end on a pass to Jason Witten in our own end. But the defense, again, stood up. They stood up when they had to. Big-time defensive plays this game. Huge. Held the Packers to 3 field goals and only 1 touchdown by Rodgers. Amazing. Really amazing job. And we got to start giving some love to Terrance Williams because he had a rough go of it to start this season. First game, we all know, didn't go out of bounds. Second game, didn't even show up in the stat box. I'm sure he made a bonehead play somewhere else along the way. But he's been stepping up the last few weeks. He's gotten a couple key first downs, making some nice plays. So I got to show him some love because that guy gets hammered on Twitter constantly. So good job out of Terrance Williams, I feel, the last couple weeks and in this game too. 4 receptions, 75 yards with a long of 42. And we got to talk about Cole Beasley. I don't think I've given Cole Beasley really any love on this channel, and he's one of the best receivers in the league statistically right now. In this league, little Cole Beasley is one of the best wide receivers. Unbelievable. He had 6 catches, 58 yards, 2 touchdowns in this game. So Cole Beasley, good job out of you. I know you're hitting the hot sauce in the end zone, whatever it is out there. I love the little celebration. Man, you're having yourself a hell of a year. Good job out of you. I am so glad the Cowboys signed you instead of Harris. I do like Dwayne Harris, but I think they made the right decision in signing you and letting Harris walk. Because if it was reversed and I'm seeing Cole Beasley on the Giants tear it up like he is with us right now, I'm going to be pissed off, all right? Luckily, that didn't happen, and Beasley's still with us, and be in trouble for secondaries on opposing teams, man. Dude knows how to get open. Good job out of him. Jason Witten, 4 for 42. Just another ho-hum day for him doing his thing out there. I don't know how this guy gets open. It looks like he runs in quicksand. I guess maybe it's just he just has a knack for it, getting open, even though it's only 4 catches, 42 yards. Couple key first downs in there, though. You know what I mean? Now, we'll get into – we talked about the interception that Dak threw. He did put the ball on the ground twice. One was recovered by the Packers, which they thought they ruled an interception early on, later changed it to a fumble. Actually, not later. It was like 5 seconds later they changed it to a fumble. But like I said, the defense stood up. They stood up, all right? Now, let's talk about this defense. First of all, Sean Lee, stop hitting our own players and knocking them out of games, all right? I know you're a crazy madman running around out there, and you missed on a couple plays yourself. He almost had a pick six. It landed right in his hands, but the guy, I forget what wide receiver it was from the Packers, actually kicked the ball out of his hands a little bit, and he juggled it and dropped it. But that would have been a pick six by Sean Lee. But anyway, Sean Lee ran into Mo Claiborne, hit him pretty damn hard. Mo got a concussion, knocked him out of the game, and I thought we were going to have a lot more struggles on the defensive side of the ball. But the defense playing well and Rodgers being a little off. And like I said before, I don't know if it was just a combination of our defense, the way they were playing, making him off, or maybe he's just off right now and slumping. I don't know. Either way, I don't really care. Not my problem, not our baggage, you know what I'm saying? So I don't care. Rodgers only had one touchdown. He did throw for 294, had the pick right to Barry Church. Barry Church said, thank you, I'll take that, and that's it, man. Let's see, what else? We caused 5 fumbles in this game. 5 fumbles, recovered 3 of them. That is huge. If this team is going to get turnovers with this offense, and I don't care who's at quarterback, which we'll get into later on. I kind of don't even want to talk about Tony versus Dak. Let's just enjoy this win, but I feel like I have to, so we'll talk about it later. But if this team's going to get turnovers, look out. I think this game put the rest of the league on notice. To me, I thought the Packers were a good enough team to go to the Super Bowl this year. I actually picked the Packers and the Patriots. I never made a video about it, but talking with me and my friends and things like that, that was my Super Bowl pick, was the Packers and the Pats. So I thought this was a very good team, and that's one of the reasons I picked against the Cowboys this game. Just a crazy good game. Mason Crosby had held the Packers to 3 field goals and 1 touchdown. When's the last time a Cowboy team did that to a Packer and Aaron Rodgers-led offense? I don't think it's happened. Usually Aaron Rodgers just puts up monster numbers against us, like 3-4 touchdowns. Just a pain to deal with. Even though they didn't get a ton of pressure on Rodgers yesterday, they were able to kind of keep him in check, man. And you got to give this defense credit. I think this game put the league on notice. I think everybody in the league is thinking, wow, the Cowboys could be serious contenders. And I think this team can go out and beat anybody. That's including the Patriots. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I don't know if I'll put out a video since this is the bye week. A lot of guys can rest up, get healthy, everything like that, so that's a good thing. I don't know if you know, but I do post gaming videos on this channel too. If you don't want to watch them, don't watch them. I don't worry about that. You know what I mean? If you want to check them out, absolutely check them out. But otherwise, I'll just see you guys on the next video. Peace.